Okay, the first one's not bad, but this one is truly challenging here, right? So it moves 214 meters. That's going to be our displacement. Anything in meters is displacement. Okay, acceleration of 4.80, right? I think that's our acceleration. Okay. Let's see, 6 seconds, that's got to be our time, right? And then these are the worst. It's like you don't have either velocity. How is it possible to solve this, right? And then even worse, it's asking for the final velocity, which would mean to do that in one step, you'd have to use a formula without the initial velocity. We just don't have that formula, right? Remember, that was one of the formulas that was destroyed in the collapse of that Greek temple, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to solve for this first, then we're going to solve for this guy. We'll do it in 2 steps, okay? So let's solve for the initial velocity. To find the initial velocity, we would then have to use the formula that has no VF, and that's this guy here. Okay, so 214 equals initial velocity, which we don't know, times 6, plus 1/2 times 4.8 times 6 squared. Okay, so here we go. Now this is going to take some maths. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 214 equals 6 VI plus, and then let's just bust this out here. So 0.5 times 4.8 times 6 squared. That's actually 86.4. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to subtract 86.4 from both sides, right? Right, of course this is 0, right? But 214 minus that 86.4 is 127.6. Right, now that equals 6 VI. And now we divide both sides by 6, right? So divide by 6. And we get 21.26 bar, right? So the initial velocity is 21.26 bar. Now, normally we'd be done by the time we did this, right? But it didn't ask for the initial velocity. It asked for the final. So let's write this down. 21.2 and then quite a lot of 6s. Okay, now we want to find the final velocity, and I've used up all my space, so I just can't do it. Now let's see, let's try. Let's put it over here, right? So now to find the final velocity, I'm going to choose this guy. VF is VI plus AT. Because that one's solved for VI, it seems like the logical choice. Any of them would work, but that's the easiest one, right? So VF is equal to 21.26 bar plus 4.8 times 6. All right, I'm going to do this. This thing's sitting on my calculator. It says 21.2666, so I'm just going to type plus 4.8 times 6, and I get 50.06 bar. Meters per second, right? Which would be 50.1 roughly, right? That's pretty tough, right? We had to do that in 2 steps. It's as hard as just about anything we'll do.